£116 million. That's what Liverpool paid Bayer Leverkusen for Florian Wirtz in the summer of 2025. At the time, it made him the most expensive German player in history and the most expensive attacking midfielder English football had ever seen. Before we get into this, if you're into Premier League tactics breakdowns like this one, hit subscribe now, because we're about to explain exactly why the club's most criticized signing might turn out to be Iraola's most obvious fix. One season later, here's where that investment stands. 33 Premier League appearances. 5 goals. 3 assists. A player who had 16 goals and 12 assists the year before, in his final season at Leverkusen, reduced to a squad player pundits openly questioned. Wayne Rooney went on his podcast and said,
I think Wirtz actually damages the balance of Liverpool, how they play.
And the strange part is the numbers back him up. At Leverkusen, Wirtz averaged 83.6 touches per 90 minutes. He was the heartbeat of that team, the player everything ran through. In his first 20 games at Liverpool, that number fell to 63.9. Almost a quarter of his involvement in the game, gone. Not because he forgot how to play football. Because the system around him was built for somebody else. That's the story everyone has already written. Big money, wrong signing, square peg, round hole. But that story was written under Arne Slot, and Arne Slot is no longer the manager. Andoni Iraola is. And once you understand what Iraola actually wants from a player like Wirtz, this stops looking like a cautionary tale and starts looking like the most obvious fix in the Premier League. Here's what Slot's system asked of Wirtz. Wide-ish, high, receiving in tight pockets between the lines, in a possession structure built around patient rotations and Mohamed Salah's right side. Wirtz spent his career at Leverkusen doing the opposite. Dropping deep to get the ball off his own defenders. Carrying it 40, 50 yards himself. Playing on the half-turn, picking the pass before anyone else had seen it. Slot's Liverpool didn't need that. Slot's Liverpool needed a runner into the space Salah and the fullbacks created. Wirtz isn't that player. He never was. Now look at what Iraola actually builds. At Bournemouth, his base shape was a 4-2-3-1, but the identity underneath it was verticality. Win it back, go forward immediately, 5 players committed high while 5 stay behind the ball. And the key detail, his best attacking midfielder, Alex Scott, played as a deep-lying number 8, dropping to collect possession and hitting the killer pass from 20, 30 yards out. Journalists compared Scott to Jack Grealish for his ability to receive under pressure and turn defense into attack in a single touch. That is, almost move for move, Florian Wirtz's game. Drop off the front line. Take the ball on the half-turn. Play the pass nobody else sees. Iraola didn't build a system that happens to suit Wirtz. He built the exact same role for a lesser version of Wirtz for 3 straight seasons in England, and it worked so well Bournemouth finished 6th and qualified for Europe for the first time in their history. There's a second piece to this. Iraola's football lives on width and service. His full-backs push high, his wingers attack the byline, and the low, early cross into the box is a rehearsed pattern, not a hopeful punt. That means the 2 players either side of Wirtz, most likely Frimpong or Kirkes bombing on outside, and a genuine striker in Isaac or Ekitikaay attacking the 6-yard box, are going to be delivering exactly the kind of ball a deep-dropping playmaker thrives on setting up. Wirtz doesn't need to be the one making the run into the box anymore. He needs to be the one picking out the run. That's the swap Iraola is already planning, according to reporting on how he intends to use Wirtz centrally rather than wide. So here's the honest version of the story nobody's telling. Florian Wirtz didn't fail at Liverpool. He was asked to play a position he's never played, in a system built for a different kind of forward, by a manager who is no longer there. Iraola isn't inheriting a problem. He's inheriting a player whose exact skill set he already knows how to coach, because he's been coaching a cheaper version of it for 3 years, to a top 6 finish, with a squad that got weaker every single transfer window. Everyone is watching Isaac's fitness and Ekitike's recovery and calling this a rebuild. The actual headline is quieter than that. The manager who just walked through the door is the one manager in the Premier League who already has a blueprint for turning Florian Wirtz back into the real Florian Wirtz. Subscribe for more breakdowns